Sairam students, welcome back. Today we are going to learn Civics Part 2, second chapter, Diversity in the Society. But before starting, let's take a short recap. What we had done in our previous video. We had done diversity is our strength, then the principle of secularism, and today we are going to learn the contribution of society to our development. In it, we are going to see what do we learn by living in a society. Second, what values, qualities do we imbibe. Third, let us see how society helps to develop our personality. Okay. Now our first point is cooperation. All societies are based on mutual cooperation between individuals and the community. The very existence of the society depends on the cooperation between individuals. This means, students, mutual cooperation means held in common by two or more parties. Means when two or more parties come together and work with a mutual understanding is known as mutual cooperation. So here, when between individual and the community, all societies are based on mutual cooperation. The very existence of the society depends on the cooperation between the individuals. Okay. Now the next point will be cooperation is the process of sharing and helping each other in solving problems and removing difficulties. As I told you in the earlier point, that cooperation means what? Helping each other, means sharing and helping each other when we are in some problem, when we come together and solve the problems and remove the difficulties. That is known as cooperation. A family cannot remain together without an attitude of cooperation among its members. This means, student, attitude of cooperation means we should have love, respect, feeling about each other. So it is said, without an attitude of cooperation amongst its members, a family cannot remain together. Okay. Now the next point, see, the same is true of society. Lack of cooperation hampers our progress. Day-to-day life will also not run smoothly. So students, as we have love, respect and feelings for our family members, in the same way, we should have the same feelings and respect for our society also. If we don't have those things, or if we don't cooperate with each other, so we won't progress and our day-to-day life will also not run smoothly. Okay. Now the next, cooperation makes interdependence in society healthier and allows inclusion of everybody in the society. This means, students, cooperation allows involvement of everybody in the society and makes interrelationship healthier in the society. Okay. Now the next, it is a process of inclusion and of moving ahead, taking along all sections of society. This means moving ahead, taking along all sections of society, and is a process of involvement in society. Okay. Now the next, just as there is cooperation in the society, we also at times there can be differences of opinion, dispute and conflict. This means there can be differences of opinion, disputes and conflict, as just there is cooperation in the society. For example, students, at home we live with our family, we love each other, okay, but at the same time we are not always agree with the decision of our family members. We can have different opinions and even sometimes we argue also. So disputes and conflicts arise when there is lack of agreement in the opinions, ideas and views of the people. Okay. Now next, prejudices or misconceptions about each other can also lead to conflicts. Now here this means a view or opinion that is incorrect because based on family or faulty thinking or understanding about each other can also lead to conflicts. Conflict means jhagda. Okay. However, it is in nobody's interest to keep a conflict going on for a long time. Then the next, people find a way to resolve conflicts through compromise and understanding. This means through compromise and understanding, people can find way to resolve conflicts. Okay. Thus, conflicts can end if people make efforts to understand each other and show a spirit of tolerance. This means, students, if people make efforts to understand each other's conflicts can end and show a spirit of tolerance means sahanshilta. Okay. Next point, an understanding attitude leads to a lot of new learning. We accept new ideas. This helps to further enrich our social life. This means, students, a lot of new learning can be understood by a positive attitude, and so we can accept new ideas and enhance or improve our social life. So the next point, we become more tolerant. Society provides us an opportunity to learn this simple method of maintaining well-being and peace in society. So students, this simple method of maintaining well-being and peace in society can be provided to us by becoming more tolerant. Okay. Now the next point, an opportunity to perform different roles. So in society, we play different roles. Each individual has several roles, and the responsibilities and duties of every role are well defined. Yes, students. So we play different roles in the society, and each individual has many rules, and the responsibilities and duties of every role are well defined. Okay. For example, students, in school I am a teacher, at home I am the mother of my children and the wife of my husband. Okay. So I play how many roles at a time? 3 roles. But every role has its own rules and responsibilities and duties. Okay. Now the next, see. While playing these roles at home and outside, we form bonds with many peoples. However, change may occur in the parts we play. Yes, as I explained you, as we play different roles, while playing these roles, as a teacher, my role is different. At the school, at home, my role is different. But we form a bond with many peoples. Means in school, I come in contact with many students. At home, I'm in contact with my neighbors, with my society, and many peoples around in my environment. Okay. So, however, change may occur in the parts we play. Okay. Now the next, regulation of society. In order that society functions smoothly, some rules are required. In ancient times, society was mostly regulated with the help of traditions. This means, students, some rules are required in order that society functions smoothly. Means, as we follow the rules and regulation of the school to maintain the discipline of the school, in the same way in the society also we have to follow some rules so that the society may function smoothly. Okay. So in ancient times, society was mostly regulated with the help of traditions. But in modern times, along with the traditions, laws are needed. Means only tradition is not going to give you more progress. We have to follow the laws. So students, law is different from traditions and customs. Traditions and customs is followed from one generation to the next generation. Okay, means we get from one generation to the next generation the traditions and customs. But the law is different. Means law means what? Law means a rule, or you can say the system of rules which a particular country or community recognizes as regulation the action of the members, and which it may be enforced by the imposition of penalties also. Okay, means law is different from tradition and customs. Okay. The next point is the regulation of society through laws and traditions is carried out by different organizations and institutions. The government bodies at the local level also play an important role in the process of regulation of society. This means, students, different organizations and institutions carried out the regulation of society through law and traditions. And so, students, the government bodies at the local level also play an important role in the process of regulation of the society. Okay. Now the next, see what we have learned. We have learned today cooperation, tolerance and understanding, then an opportunity to perform different roles, and next we have seen that was regulation of society. Okay, now we will do a small activity. Fill in the blanks. First one, a family cannot remain together without an attitude of dash among its members. It's cooperation. Very good. Next, second one, disputes and conflicts arise when there is a lack of dash in the opinions, ideas and views of the people. This means, yes, yeah, agreement. Very good. So that's all for today. Sairam. Thank you.